In previous episodes, we have already seen the RDD, which is available starting from the Spark 1.0. It's basically the list of the Java objects, and it has the compile time safety. So what's the data frame? Data frame is basically when we are adding to our data schema. It's a distributed table, and it's in the tabular format like a spreadsheet or the SQL table, but the drawback is that it has no compile time safety, type checked only at the runtime. So starting from the Java 1.6 dataset was introduced, it's basically the typed data frame, so best of both worlds, meaning that we are adding the type safety to the data frame. Let's go and see how exactly they are working. So for example, in this case, what we have here is we have the list of the objects, and we have created here the class object, class person, which has two fields, right? Which has the fields name and age. And let's create a data set from that object. Let's run it and see what results we get. So here what we are doing, right, is just a list of the objects. We are creating 3 objects, and for each of these objects, then what we do, we are creating a data frame here, and which is return us the data set. So we are showing the whatever the results we are getting, and also we are printing the schema. Let's go and see what we have. It exactly gave us the structure, right? It gave us a table like a SQL table, so where we have age and we have name, and it gives us the schema. So as you can see here, we are not explicitly coding the schema, right? It deduced the schema from the object that we are creating here, from the object that we have person. It takes the name and it takes the age, which is the for the age type is integer, and for the name the type is string. Now let's do some operations on the data set. So for example, here we have the same, right? So we are, instead of creating an object here, so what we do is, let's remove this. Let's have only 2 objects here. So let's say we have only 2 objects. We have a JSON where we are creating 2 users, right? Where we have 2 users with the ID, name, age, and email. And what we do here is we are reading from that JSON. So first we are showing whatever we have, so the table that is created. Then we are performing SQL operations on them, right? So we are selecting a name and age only. Then we are filtering by age greater than 25, and then we are grouping them by age and accounting. So let's go and run it. Let's see what we have here. So let's see one by one, right? Let's see one by one. So what we get here. The first one that we get here is the first one. Let's go to the first one. So the first one that we get here, we get we show that what we have in our table, right? So in our table, in our person table, we have 2 entries, and the next one is we need to show that we need to only select like a SQL table, like from the SQL table name and age, and it exactly gives us what we want. It gives us name and age. The next one is that we are filtering, so basically we are writing an SQL query when the age is more than 25, then, and it gives us only one entry that we have in our table where the age is more than 35. And in the last one, we are grouping that by age. So if we go here, we can see that the age here is 25, right? Age here is more than 25, so we have 2 entries only, and it grouped them by the age of 25. Let's add one more entry. Let's see that it works exactly as we expect it to work. And let's add another one. Let's say that the 3, and then we can change or not change the name, doesn't matter. And the age we can keep 25 in order to see that it's grouped. So it should group in the next time when we run it, it should return us count as 2 because we have 2 users with the age of 25. Let's do that. And so you can see here now the count is 2. So if we group that by the age, as the same as we do in the SQL. So in the next one, so what we do is, let's just write instead of using SQL-like language here. So what we can do is we can write a plain SQL here, right? Spark SQL, and we can query it as a table. So we are querying a name and age, where the age is more than 25. And let's run it and see that it works as expected. As you can see here, we have only one user there where the age is more than 25, but let's make it not 25, but let's make it 23, right? Let's run it one more time, and it will return us 3 entries, because we have 3 entries where we have users age of more than 23.